This video is a Patreon requested review of The Little Mermaid. So, let's do this.
Teenagers, you give them an inch, they swim all over you.
Welcome to Durbania. I'm Durbin.
I'm Laura.
And as I said, this video is a Patreon requested video, so thank you so much, Rachel Wagner, for being a supporter of Durbania. And she has a fantastic YouTube channel. So if you haven't seen it, I mean, animation and Disney and this stuff, I mean, this is like her thing. So no surprise to me that this is one of the movies she suggested to me to do. Check out her channel. It's really awesome. You'll really enjoy it. She gave at that level where this is her reward that she gets to pick a movie for me to review, so...
And I'm coming in because it's one of my favorite movies.
I mean, one of her favorite movies of all time. How could I not have my wife come in here and talk about her favorite movie of all time?
No, not all time, but
Now,
it's up there.
I saw this movie when I was a kid, like, you know, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King.
Which is weird to me because I watch this movie once every year or two, so I have no idea where you've been.
I didn't even know you've been watching it once every year or two.
It must be on, like, when you were working and I
have
Who knows?
no idea. All I know is I don't think I've seen this movie in its entirety since I was a kid.
Yeah, it was quite entertaining for me because he's like, oh, is this when this happens? I'm like, what? It had been
so
I
long.
have to explain this movie?
It just had been so long. I will say, like, these Disney movies that I've been watching since I was a kid, when I go back and watch them as a grown-up, I'm surprised at how fast the pacing is. Like, how fast it hits the story beats.
Hour and 14 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, was that this movie? Yeah.
Well, The Apple was about an hour and 25 minutes.
Yes, this is an hour.
Oh.
I don't know. It was just...
But that one felt infinitely longer.
This one just flew by.
Yeah, it flew by,
That's
and
why
it
I
was
love
really
Disney
short.
movies. They're fun and sweet and short and sweet.
So let's just, you start this. What is your favorite thing with The Little Mermaid?
Well, I used to want to be Ariel, like
course.
every little girl. And growing up when I was swimming, I used to, swim with my legs crossed and pretend like I was a mermaid and doing all those fun things. I mean, my legs are crossed right now because I'm trying to be a mermaid. But I have crossed my legs.
Oh my goodness, yeah, they are crossed. She's
but
trying to be a mermaid.
It's kind of hard when you watch this movie as an adult compared to the awesomeness of it as a child, because she is definitely a 16-year-old teenager.
Oh, she is a teenager.
She knows everything when really she knows nothing.
Actually, it's funny because she's a little bit of a snot nose. I mean, she's supposed to be a part of this big old concert at the beginning of the movie, and I guess we're supposed.
She forgets because
we're supposed to watch this and go, "Oh, Disney princess, she has such a free spirit." But instead, I'm like,
"Oh, I never thought that."
You irresponsible little twerp. You were supposed to be over there singing, and you thought going over to a sunken ship.
She forgot. It was an accident.
I don't know.
Her head is kind of up in the clouds, up in the air, not in the ocean.
I get it, because she wants feet.
She wants to be a human. I mean, it's just kind of funny. I just feel like since she's the youngest, she must be rebelling by wanting to collect all the human stuff.
That must be it.
Because she's been told so much that she's not allowed to. Never explained to her why she's not allowed to collect these things or like these things. I mean, she has hooks.
I think what's really funny in watching this, on the one hand, she is definitely your typical teenager.
Yes.
She thinks she knows everything, so she will sign her soul away to the Sea Witch because she's a teenager, and therefore...
One of my favorite villain songs, by the way.
She's right. I'm not trying to insult all teenagers. I'm just kind of hitting an overview generalization, but she is that generalization. But her dad is a bit of a jerk. And I don't know what it is, because honestly, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Arrested Development, where Buster came out soft and doughy, and Mr. Bluth sitting there in jail, he's like, I don't know what it is. I probably could have done a better job on him, but I was so burnt out on you kids that I didn't care. And I'm just like, is that why King Triton is so short with her? Because his temper...
He does have quite a lot of daughters.
Well, his temper is explosive. I mean, he gets it later on that it was an overreaction, but when he finds her little collection and all that stuff, he blows the freaking thing up.
Yes, he does.
That's a bit of an overreaction.
Yeah, but she kind of has a bit of overreaction
I
right back.
know she does, but that's the problem with this dynamic. You have the father who has this very explosive temper, and you have this teenage daughter who has this very explosive
So no wonder she ran away
teenager
from
thing.
home and went to the Sea Witch
Yeah.
and traded in her pipes for legs.
But thankfully, they both grew up in the course of this movie. The dad's like, you know what? I handled all that wrong. And she's like, you know what? Life outside of the sea is harder than one thought, but it's worth it because I actually do like this guy.
Love, she gets married.
Yeah, she does get married.
And I did see, The Little Mermaid 2. I don't recommend it.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, I wouldn't put you through that.
I didn't even see The Lion King 2. I saw Aladdin Return of
Also
Jafar.
wouldn't-
That is good. Return of Jafar. Did you see that?
I did when
That
I
is
was
good.
like 12.
I mean, it's not as good as Aladdin,
No.
but Return of Jafar, I mean, for a straight to VHS video, yes, I'm that old. It was straight to VHS for me. It was awesome.
Yes. I mean, I still love this movie, though.
I do, too.
It's so much fun. I mean, the songs are amazing.
They are. I do like the songs.
Under the Sea, Kiss the Girl, Poor Unfortunate Soul. I love that song.
You poor unfortunate soul! Go ahead! Make your choice!
That's like one of my absolute favorite villain songs. There's a couple others that are up there, but that one just...
Yeah. Well, my
I was
favorite
singing
one...
it the entire time, and he was looking at me like I was a little crazy.
Well, because my favorite one's the one that Scar sings.
Oh,
when,
that's
Be
also a
Prepared.
great
Like, that
song.
is great. But
But
the villain songs in Disney
Oh,
are
they
always the best songs.
outshine the other songs.
Oh
they
my
really
gosh.
do. Like Tangled Mother Knows Best.
That was a good one. I agree. But I did like Poor Unfortunate Souls. Like, I still remembered it being a kid watching it, and then watching it back as an adult, like,
Still creepy.
Yeah, it is still creepy.
And then, like, he's noticing, she's throwing all the potions in, and they have eyes like the
no,
souls
it's
that
the,
she's
yes,
captured.
the souls of the mer people are in these vials,
that.
and I'm like, oh
I
my
still don't think
gosh.
I think it's worms and other things. Personally, I don't want to think she just killed souls to steal Ariel's voice.
Well, why else is she collecting the souls? They're not just to be slaves on her doorway. I mean, they don't do anything, so they're for her potions. She's a murderer.
Well, yeah, I mean...
And right
she's a
before
sea
that
witch.
song, she's like telling Ariel in her song, I've amended my ways. And it's like, no, you haven't. Look at all those souls out there. And you just
I
killed
admit
3
that
of them
in
to
the
make a
past,
potion.
I've been a nasty.
That's it. Right there. That's it.
Sorry.
Oh, but she is I love Ursula.
I know.
Great villain.
She is a great villain.
Yes. Which is probably why I did not like Ursula on Once Upon a Time.
Oh, because that was pointless.
Yeah, that was a weird plotline. But Ursula in Little Mermaid, now that is a Disney villain. Like,
Yes,
one of
yes.
the best Disney villains right there.
Yes, and the theatrics, all the fun stuff, you know what? I mean, I think one of the reasons I loved it so much as a kid is because, you see this girl going on this adventure and it's her design. Like, she chose to do this. Whereas Beauty and the Beast, which is actually my favorite Disney movie now, it changed as I became an adult and saw how much Ariel was a teenager. But I love Beauty and the Beast, but that one wasn't by her design.
Yeah,
I mean, she chose to stay,
Well,
but
she
it
chose
was
to
because
sacrifice
it was to
herself for her
save
dad.
her father. Whereas this, she chose this path. Her
Yeah.
father didn't push her away. Her father didn't tell her she had to leave. She chose because of the reaction her father gave her and how she did not feel understood.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons I like that part too.
That is a good part. I like a lot of the side characters. Sebastian
Oh,
the Crab
yes.
was my favorite when I was a kid.
He's still the best.
And now watching it back with adult eyes, he remained, I think, my favorite character in the movie. I love Sebastian the
yeah,
Crab.
and I like Scuttle. He's
Scuttle's cool. I couldn't remember his name. I would have said his name, but I couldn't remember it off the top of my head. Scuttle.
Sebastian's still the best, but Scuttle's and Flounder. I mean, they're just they're all
Flounder's okay. I'm kind of surprised that in some scenes, Flounder seems like a huge basketball, that it takes her whole body to hug him or hold him, and the other times he's so small.
I know, but let's just. You mean that's not really Flounder so much as Sebastian?
Oh, yeah,
Because
Sebastian
you would
changes.
see Scuttle hugging Sebastian.
Oh, yeah.
And he was big, and then you see him on the pillow right next to him. He's like, it's big.
Yeah.
There's no way, but it's Disney.
So, those things are little things that we just give a pass to.
Yes.
But no, I liked Scuttle a lot this time. And the dog who doesn't talk. I don't know why other animals get to talk, but the prince's dog, what's the prince's name?
Eric.
Prince Eric's dog. How does he not get to talk, but Scuttle gets to?
We just choose not to care.
What is the Disney rules? Like, Goofy is he a cow or is he a dog?
Okay, we're not going there right now. You just
Pluto
gotta
can't
enjoy
talk.
it.
Yes.
I feel bad because this was kind of negative, but it was more we're nitpicking on the stuff that we think is weird now that we're adults. Although I still love the movie.
I liked it. Okay, getting back to what would be more positive, I still really liked it.
Oh,
I
it
know
was a
I'm
lot
picking
of
on her
fun.
for being the typical teenager, and when you watch it, no, she is.
Because I like it in a different way. That stuff is
Yeah.
funny to me.
It
now.
is funny. Yes, it's really hilarious. And
Yeah.
then she signs away her soul because she thinks like the grass is greener on the other side, so she goes about all this the wrong way, goes through all these different lessons. But it's interesting because, okay, so even though she sells her soul to the devil, basically.
Well, yeah. Okay, never mind.
And she's going through all of this. What's kind of nice, though, is so you have these other side characters that are trying to help her win Eric's affection.
Yes.
I like that about Ariel, that minus her voice, no talking whatsoever, just being her happy little self was able to win him over. I thought that was kind of cool. A little unrealistic that he would fall in love in 3 days.
Oh, yeah. Well, and the thing is, it really wasn't even 3 days. They say before the sun sets on the third day. Well, she doesn't really see him until almost sunset on the first day.
That's true.
And so it's really more like 2.5 days, give or take, because it wasn't a full, yeah. So she was robbed of about, 12 hours, give or take.
What about the last battle?
Dude, that was dark when I was a kid. That stuff, Disney has some dark stuff in it. If you look back at all the villains in the last battles, or if you go to Disneyland and ride the Pinocchio ride.
Oh, that's dark.
Oh, it's dark.
Do you think Disney
But I still
pulls
liked
its
it.
punches more nowadays than it did back then? Because
Yes.
back then, you have Mufasa trampled by wildebeest in front of Simba.
Yes.
And then you have Scar being eaten by hyenas. You have...
Well, you don't see that, but you know it happens.
True. But, I mean, like... And then this ending, like, it was dark.
Oh, yeah, where Eric takes, I don't know what the point on the ship is called.
The bow or whatever.
Stabs
Yeah, he
Ursula
just-
right in the stomach. She explodes into a bunch of tiny little pieces. And as her pieces fall, her souls that she has captured turn back into merfolk and fly away.
Yes.
Not fly away, swim away. My bad.
But it was a very dark death.
It is.
Killed by impaling.
But, she was evil.
She was evil. But that's what I'm saying, though. It's like, not all the time, but at least I like those old movies because they don't pull the punches. It's something for kids, but at the same time, it's not afraid to be like, no, that's a really evil person and a very dark character, and yeah, she's going to be dealt with in a dark way. You kids want to come and have some popcorn and see a Disney princess movie? I liked
always
it.
a happy ending.
No, it was a very happy ending, but I mean, those dark moments kind of make it cool. Give it good layers.
I know, they're dark. I mean, there are dark stuff in some of the more recent Disney movies, but not. I don't feel like it's the same.
I mean,
as
nobody
it is
gets
now.
stabbed by the prow of a ship,
I don't know, is
and
it called the
explodes.
prow?
I don't know what it's
whatever,
called.
the point.
I don't know anything about sea life.
Well, I know flotsam and jetsam are terms that deal with sea life, which is why I love that her eels are called that. But I like that her eels are called that for many reasons. But we won't go there. That's a whole nother story.
Yes. All right. Overall thoughts, Little Mermaid, what's your rating and all that stuff?
Always an A.
Always an A, not an A+.
I'm always hoping for that. Like, I don't know.
What about Beauty and the Beast?
It's also a solid A.
What about Lion King?
Solid A.
No, Lion King's an A+. I don't know what this live action thing they're doing is, but that original cartoon is an A+.
If we go in my orders, we've got Beauty and the Beast,
Uh-huh.
Little Mermaid,
Okay.
Lion King, and then Aladdin.
You put Lion King... Aladdin is that far down?
But the thing is, they're all awesome and A movies.
Oh my goodness.
They're all great for different reasons. But as a young, impressionable little girl, when I was a kid, I loved Ariel and Belle. So, Ariel was number 1 then, now she's number 2.
I'll give this one an A-. I think it has a solid story and it's really good.
Okay, it's still in the A. If
But
you would've
I mean-
gone to a B, there would have been words.
No, not a B. It's an A-.
I know.
And it's a good
You
A-.
would've gotten hurt.
But it's definitely, for me, Lion King has that A+. That is to me, that's their pinnacle of that age. And then Aladdin is directly under that with an A.
I mean, by far and away, Lion King is like, I can't say better shot. That sounds
Better
weird.
shot, yeah, because it is an
it's
animated movie.
But as far as the story goes, I don't know. They're all great.
They are good.
I like the.
There's
Princess
something
ones
about
a little
that
better.
particular generation of Disney movies. All of those are just so good.
Yeah.
They really were.
Definitely.
Well, Rachel Wagner, this one is for you. So thank you so much for being a patron of Durbania and requesting this. If you also would like to be a patron of Durbania, the link to my Patreon page is down there in my description. You can click that, check out the different levels of giving and the different rewards for giving, and maybe then you could be the next person to tell us, or just me, what to review, and we will do that.
If it's terrible, it'll just be him.
Like she left me and Cody alone to do the apple. Oh. Anyway. Thank you, Ted, for the apple. That, even though it was bad, that was a really fun experience.
So if you want to learn about a really interesting movie from the 80s.
Check out this link for the apple, yeah.
Yes. That talked about the future, a.k.a. 1994. Watch it. It is quite an interesting movie.
You can check out all of that stuff. And if you want to have some say here on what I review, check out my Patreon page. Also, hit that subscribe button to become a Durbanian. Next to the subscribe button is that bell. Click that bell so you're notified the moment I drop new videos. Check out my other videos here, my ranking videos, my reviews, theological analyses, trailer reactions, so much more. I'm Durbin.
I'm Laura.
Thank you for checking out Durbania.